Hello, I'm Miss Noye and you're welcome to my channel today. If your child can say the alphabet as a song but can't identify the letters on a paper, come closer. This video is for you. Now, this have nothing to do with your child being lazy nor being stubborn. Also, it has nothing to do with your child not being smart. No, it is just a specific developmental issue which I am going to be talking in this video. Sit tight and watch. Now, before we jump right in, let me say this clearly. Recitation of the alphabet and recognition of the letters are two different things. That is to say, the the two of them are two different they are different brain skills entirely. So today I am going to tell you the real reason why children struggle with the identification of the alphabet. And then in our next video, I am going to tell you how you can help them recognize these letters. The number one reason is when your child's brain memorize the song, not the symbol. Now, a lot of children memorize, they can sing the song, they can sing the ABC song, but can't identify the symbols. That is to say, they know the rhymes, they know the reading, they know the order, they know the tone, but they don't know the visual shape of these letters. So that is number one. Number two is the weak visual discrimination. This have to do with when a child struggles to identify the slight differences that occurs between letters that look alike. Now let's take for instance, you see some children, they can now identify the letters, very few letters, but still have challenges in identifying some certain letters, the differences that occurs in some certain letters. This is where you see a child write letter B as D. Another one is where you see a child struggle to write letter A, small letter A as P. Another one is small letter M and N. The child is trying to write small letter M and eventually ends up writing small letter N. Sometimes you even notice it when they are reading it, when they are saying it, when they are reciting it. Some children will say MM instead of MN. Now, this is a problem when they have a weak visual discrimination. They struggle to identify the slight differences that occurs between different letters that slightly look alike. Now, this is not just a problem, but it is also an immature brain processing where the child is not fully mature to spot those slight differences on their own. Now, the third reason is when you are trying to teach the letters at once. When you're trying to teach the letters at once, these children's brain are very young. So they learn better when they are being taught in bits. You don't expect a 2 years old, although in some certain cases you see some children who are very smart, like I mean very smart to grab. But then there are some who can't grab. That's the difference we have in humans. So when you're teaching children, especially as a teacher or as a parent, if you're teaching a child the alphabet, teach them in smaller group, in bits, not teaching everything at once, because they learn better when things are broken down in piece, in small group, repeatedly. Now, number 4 reason is the lack of multisensory. Children learn in different ways, which is beyond hearing alone. And for learning to stick, you have to apply other ways for them to learn the alphabet. And this will help the learning to stick better, which includes touching, hearing, sight, movement, and repetition. With this, they can see the alphabet, they can feel the alphabet, they can sing it as a song, they can dance with the shape to form the shape of the song, and then the repetition, which has to do with repeating this whole thing again. So learning stick better. Now the 5th one, which is the last one for today, is when the child is not fully developmentally ready. When the child isn't developmentally ready. Now, this child may possibly sing the song because it is a song that you constantly play for the child to listen. And so, by chance, the child can now start saying A, B, C, D, E, F. But when you bring this letter before the child to say, where is A? The child will not want to say it. Even if you try teaching the child, even if you try teaching that child from now till tomorrow, the child will not be able to identify it because the child is not ready for it. The child sees it as a stress. The child sees it as you are frustrating him or her. You get. Now, instead of the actual learning to take place, you're making the child feeling stressed already. You're making the child feeling frustrated already. So for this one, when the child is not fully ready for identification of letters, just allow the child to keep singing the letters. Don't stress. Because with time, with constant practice, the child will learn it. Don't push too hard. Don't go and beat. Don't beat, because by the time you start beating, the child he start hating learning. So you just gradually bring it to the child to accept and then want to learn and then learn. I hope at this point you have already liked this video, you have subscribed, and we'll see in our next video where I'll be telling you what to do to help your child identify these letters easily. Bye bye.